Hey guys, it's me, Elemental T4Nick, and I'm back today with another video. So in today's video, we are going to go over all of the comics I have read this year alone. A bit of a background to this. At the start of this year, I decided to restart my comic book reading because I found this website, League of Comic Geeks, yeah, this is a really good place to keep track of all the comics you've read and own and want to get. So I'll just be talking about everything I've read and if I like it or not. So yeah, starting off we have Amazing Spider-Man. Obviously you have to have this. Wait. Okay, I think issue negative. Yeah, but it is still here. Good. So yeah, this is the first thing I read. Within 3 days in January, I read all the way up to here. I read Craven later. That's a really good series. I really like the art in it because I love classic comic book art. And honestly, there's a lot of repetitiveness in how the characters are, and there's not a lot of depth most of the time. But when there is small moments of it, like in issue 10 with J. Jonah Jameson and Flash Thompson, with Flash basically telling Peter, "Don't talk about this or you will be hurt by someone." And J. Jonah Jameson revealing that he is jealous of Spider-Man. I want to see, and Liz in issue 28 where she realizes she should move on from Peter. I like moments like that, but there's not necessarily much. The villains in this series are also really fun. Surprisingly, I really liked Crime Master. He's a random villain. I'm going to go back into it to show you. Actually, I'm going to talk about all the villains so far. So Chameleon, he is pretty fun. Vulture is alright. I'm not really that into him. Doc Ock, I don't really care about Doc Ock. I'm going to be honest, he's just alright to me. Sandman is one of my favorite villains, especially later on when they decide to make him a bit more interesting. Because, I know that's in adaptations. I don't know if it is in the comics, so I haven't read that far, obviously. Doctor Doom is alright in this. Lizard was pretty fun. I don't really have many strong opinions. Living Brain is just alright. Kind of bland. Electro, really like his powers. That's really all I can say about him. The Enforcers and Big Man, they were pretty fun. We have Doc Ock again. I feel like this issue was pretty good because it changed some dynamics, especially with Liz Allen. Then we have Mysterio, who is, from everything I've read, he is currently my favorite villain. He's just the most fun, and I really like his costume. Then we have Green Goblin, who is just alright. Yeah, I'm not big on the big three Spider-Man villains, if you couldn't tell. Craven, yeah, he's pretty fun. I like the animal motif, with hunting and stuff. The fucking Ringmaster and his circus. Alright, I do not have many strong opinions. That is what you will realize. The first appearance of the Sinister Six. It is a decent plan, but they should have just jumped him all at once. They probably would have overwhelmed him. Then we have... Fuck. I don't want to click on that. Then we have repeat villains. Then we have Scorpion. Who I like that we get to see a bit of him before he becomes Scorpion. And then when he's Scorpion, he's just... Yeah, dude, the green mouth is just weird. And it was probably a coloring error. Here we have Beetle, who his original costume is fucking goofy as hell. Repeats. Then we have the first Spider Slayer, which is just alright. Crime Master, which was actually better than I was expecting. I don't know, he's just fun to read. We have this, which is a Doctor Strange villain. Then we have Molten Man, who is just alright. No strong opinions here, again. Then we have Green Lantern New Guardians. One of the earlier ones I started, but I haven't really read much of it recently. I started it because I really like Kyle Rayner as a character, and I watched a Comic Historian video talking about the whole story of it. It's good, but there's way too many event stuff, and a lot of that is resolved in other things. Well, I don't like comic book events where it's in a bunch of books, because I like to read things in order, and I don't want to have to stop a book, start a new one, and then yeah. Transformers, one of my favorite series. because I wonder why. It's not like my channel has 1,000 videos on Transformers alone. So yeah, this is a really fun series. I read up to issue 16, I think, all in one sitting. Also, every issue here, with the exception of 11, is either a 9 or a 10. This is the only 8. It also has some of the best versions of characters like Optimus Prime. Possibly Starscream you can make an argument for. Also Cliffjumper. Trying to think for some other really good ones off the top of my head. Blue Streak is pretty good in this. Ratchet was pretty good. Wheeljack and Jazz are good. Alita 1 is annoying, but like, yeah, because I like Optimus Prime a lot in this. And she whinges a lot. There's also Warpath and Blades, who, okay, I'm not going to mention everyone, but there's good characterization here. I think it's on track to have the best Thundercracker, because I feel like IDW decided to go a bit too far in with like making him a fucking movie maker. Like, there's silly, and then there's just that. God, I have a lot of opinions on IDW. Void Rivals is a pretty good series. It starts off a bit like 7s out of 10s, but then it gets a lot better when Springer comes in. Because Springer is one of my favorite Autobots. And then when Hot Rod comes in, that's also cool. Also like how it introduces Alpha Trion and Beta. That's cool to see the history. It also shows Orion Pax. The original characters in this are also decent. I don't... fuck. I forgot his name. Freaking... This guy, he's cool. Zarak and Salila are decent. I might get those figures when I can, but if they're sold separately from Jetfire, like on eBay, because I'd rather get the Siege Jetfire. Then we have the Transformer Spotlight, which is pretty good. I'm gonna be I am one of the few people that don't really have a problem with Spotlight RC, because I just kind of ignore all the problems in it. It is definitely annoying that Simon Furman was like... didn't want to include female characters by just having them be already pre-existing, because I feel like fembots and malebots, they should just coexist naturally. But I like the rest of the stuff in it. Honestly, these titles go from either alright to pretty good. Yeah, just pretty good. What's my favorite one I've read? Maybe Galvatron? Actually, I don't... Hot Rod, maybe? Because I haven't read Blur yet. That one is one of my favorite IDW issues in general. All Hail Megatron. I read this in January or February. It's pretty good. I really like the art in this. Sunstreaker was done decently in this. I think my characterization for Sunstreaker in my own thing is kind of based on this, where he's more of like a paranoid kind of bot. I don't really know. Long Halloween. I finished this in 2 days. I borrowed the collected edition from school. Really liked the art. The story was also pretty good. Actually, really good because it kept me hooked. That's how I finished it so quickly. The Avengers. I have not read much of this recently at all. Yeah, it's decent. I like the art in it. Cobra Commander. Out of all of the books in the Energon universe, this is second weakest in my opinion. It's like each issue gets better though, so that's good. Destro I really liked. Destro's a fun character. I also like Scrap Iron for some reason, like he's cool. Duke, really liked this one. It was incredibly good. I really liked all the characterization for the Joes. I really liked, I think, Duke and Stalker the most. Destro and Scrap Iron were also decent in this, even though Scrap Iron didn't have much characterization. G.I. Joe, so far, I am really liking it, because I really like just the Energon Universe G.I. Joe stuff. It actually got me into G.I. Joe, so there's that as well. Then we have Justice Society of America, the new Golden Age. I own the first hardcover collected edition for it. I got that recently, actually. Same as first 6 issues of Transformers and another thing that's coming up. Well, not really. I haven't read Infinity War yet. But yeah, that is really good. I really like the Justice Society. Because I am collecting the All Star Squadron issues. I haven't gone to Phillip Island in a while, so I haven't gotten any new ones, unfortunately. Then we have Scarlet, which is the weakest of the books in the Energon universe, but I still enjoyed it. Like on a reread, it is better because like when I read through it initially, I did not give a shit about Scarlet and Jinx, but on a reread, I cared about them a bit more. Storm Shadow is also cool, so that helped. Stalk is also in the first issue, so that's good. Then we have Last Stand of the Wreckers, the best part of the Wreckers trilogy. I really like the art in it, and I really like the new additions to the Wreckers. The deaths in it were also definitely stuff I'd do in my own things, so that's fun. Yeah, takes a fucking nosedive with Sins of the Wreckers. I did not like this book. It was boring. The art was good, but it was fucking really boring. It got better at the end though, but the start was not good in my opinion. Then we have also these books are Olaf Springer in them. He's good. Reign of Starscream. That was a pretty good book. I am repeating myself a lot in this. Holy shit! I need scripts. No, I'd rather just speak my mind normally. Yeah, Reign of Starscream. The IDW movie comics make the movies so much better because in the movies they just shit except the first one. 2 and 3 are like actually with every one they got worse. 2 is watchable at best. 3 is boring as fuck. 4 and 5 are just dog shit. Bumblebee, Rise of the Beast, and 1 are fucking amazing. Not just because it's G1 based, just because writing is so much better. And yeah, the art in this, the art in this is good. It's better than the other Bayverse book I read. Way of X, I owned the first 2 issues of this. It was good, but it was incredibly fucking horny. Like, holy shit. I remember in issue 3, I remember in this, Mercury and... Fuck, I'm just gonna click onto the issue. And Loa had a fucking, like, mind sex, and it was just weird. There was also the thing with Fabian Cortez and another mutant. But she wasn't really that. There was also... I'm gonna try to find the character in this. I can't find them. Where are you? Okay, there was another character where they basically had a thing where mutants can just fuck. And that was so weird. Like this, I like the art. The character writing is pretty good, although if it's like in the back of my mind when I was reading it, it felt like it was a lot of it was like criticizing Nightcrawler because of him being religious, like criticizing Christianity a lot. I don't know if that was the intention, but that's just what it felt like to me. Which is, I mean, Nightcrawler book, I don't think you'd really want to do that. Also, I have not read the follow-up with Onslaught. I do want to, but I have a really long list of stuff to read, so that won't be for a while. Then we have G.I. Joe, a real American hero. Yeah, this is good. The Joe's cast is massive to start off with. Let me show you. There's already... No, I don't need that. This. Fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not you. 7, 8, 9? Question mark. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like 13, 14 members if you want to count Flag. Shooter isn't in it yet. Like at the start, so they have to the writer has to balance all of them. In issue 2, they have a small group. Issue 3 and 4 use a bunch of them. Yeah, the writing in this is good because, from what I know, the writer of it, like, served in the army, I'm pretty sure. I'm not fully sure if that's correct. Yeah, I like the writing in it. I also like how, like, the art in it is always good. Because a lot of Marvel art is good, except when it's the traced porn or just traced porn, pretty much. Yeah, what are my favorite characters? I like Grunt for some reason. He's cool. Snake Eyes I now realize why people like. The other characters are all pretty good. Kingdom Come. Fucking love this book. If you want to get into comics, you need to read this. Because it's more of like a story about heroism instead of about heroes. Like it takes a look at heroism from like a more realistic angle, which I do like. I also own the a collected edition of it, and oh my god, a third of it is like character, like just showing off all the characters, and it is great. I love it. Also, the art in this is all like Alstros's art is always good. He is the artist, right? I need to correct. I need to make sure. Yep, his art is always good because it has like it's like painting. It's fucking amazing. Also got me into Superman. Did I say Superman or Superman? And never mind that. But yeah, you need to read that. It is amazing. Also the character redesigns. Well, I'm curious. Like a lot of the times, I'm curious what the inspiration was, but I can read that in the collected edition. That's cool. So yeah. 84 Secrets and Lies. Some of the best Transformers art, just in general. Like, look at these covers. This is amazing. I'm very biased because I love the Marvel books. Like from what I read of that, which is like 60-ish issues of the UK series. This is like this is pretty much what you'll see. I love the coloring in this as well. Like coloring helps a book so fucking much. Like even lettering can help. Like a lot of everything needs to be good. Like no one can be lazy in it. So that's. I also like how they introduced Star Saber, because IDW decided to make him a fucking religious zealot. See, however the fuck they butchered his fucking character, and I hate it. IDW Star Saber is a is a fucking travesty. Speaking of that, since he was in More Than Meets the Eye, I think More Than Meets the Eye is overrated. I read all of that a while ago, and it was just like it started good, and then it just kind of fell off, and Lost Light was alright. Like the art, the art started off was best at like the start, and then it just like slowly fell off. Beast Wars: The Ascending and The Gathering. These are really good series. The art is amazing. I really like Razor Beast. He was really good. He was really good in this. Also, it had nearly every Maximal and Predacon from the American toy line. Like, well, all the show ones they only like cameoed and stuff, but all the toy exclusives, yeah, they got to. A lot of them were just cameos though, but some of them got to shine. Like this series also got me to like Ramulus and Talker. Magmatron was also really good in this. Then we have in the Ascending they decided to add in like BotCon guys, like yeah, BotCon I think, like Shockeract. I don't wherever Shockeract came from, and Beast was second, and Beast was Neo guys. Mostly Neo with Big Convoy and his group. Then we have Ionide, which was pretty good. I don't really have many major thoughts on it. It was like the art was good and it was just decent. Megatron Origin, one of the first couple of things I read back in January, is good. I do like it. I'm trying to think. I don't really have much to say on it. This is also when I started like really editing like these, because I do a lot of edits on this. To the point where I'm probably annoying the moderators of this, so that's fun. Well, not really fun for them. I do a lot of. There was a time where I submitted a lot of portraits for characters. All of them got rejected because I didn't know how to do that correctly. I did not say where they were from. Okay, continuing. Rising Storm. That was. It is pretty good. The art in it, especially on the faces, is just not good. Like, it's just too over designed, like over detailed in my opinion sometimes. I'm gonna try to find an example. Bludgeon, not, and these two are like Brimstone. That's a good one, pretty much. It just looks like a bit too over designed. I think this may just be my G1 bias coming in because I really like G1 designs, especially in like the comic books. Because in the G1 cartoon, the designs were, I mean, they were good. They're just not the best in there. I like them in later stuff. Also, I do not like this Megatron design. It's just Moving on. Shreds and Circuits. Yes, another Wreckers book. I love the Wreckers. What can I say? They're the best Transformers group. Originally I was a bit put off by the incredibly random, like, collection of Wreckers they had in. Like, I don't think any of these guys had been Wreckers before, with maybe the exception of Hotshot and Thunderclash, possibly. But yeah, this is really good, honestly. I'm trying to think. Do I have anything else to say on this? I can't think of anything. Energon Universe special. This was pretty good. I did like it. I do not have a lot to say. Yeah, do not be like me. Make scripts for your shit. This is why I'm making a script for a really long video I'm working on. Spoilers. You guys know Rainimator? He makes like Minecraft animations. I'm making a video about that. No, I am nowhere near done with it. The script is only like 5 pages long. Okay, continuing. The New Golden Age. I read this. Pretty good. Literally all I can say. I did. Yes. Transformers 84. Same opinions as this. Good art. I did like the story of it. Requiem of the Wreckers. It was pretty good. Not my favorite Wreckers story. It's third. But it was better than Sins of the Wreckers, so that's a plus. You know what? Fuck it, I have time. I got recently verified. Now I can make things that are longer than 15 minutes. Here's all the shit I own. All of this is in collected editions, except All-Star Squadron. This is the only like singular issue stuff I have. Everything else is from collecteds. I think the next thing I'm gonna read is Infinity War. I thought when I got the collected edition it was Infinity Gauntlet. It was not, but I'm not complaining because like this is a full series. I'm pretty sure it is, yeah. And we got some other stuff. Well, that's really the video. I don't really have anything else to say. So, adios, amigos.